Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Kaiju Commentary. Today we're watching Ashley's favorite installment in the Godzilla franchise, 1989's Godzilla vs. Biolantte. Now, when you see the Toho logo appear on the screen, that is your cue to start listening to us. So we're going to kick things off in 3, 2, 1. Hello! Welcome to another edition of the Kaiju Commentary. Today we are watching 1989's Godzilla vs. Biolantte. We are joined by Chris.
Hello, everyone. Again, happy to be here as usual.
Yep.
I would like to thank everyone for making this possible. My sponsors, especially. Chips Ahoy comes to mind.
Oh my god.
The family size Chips Ahoy.
Yeah, the original, not the Chewy.
Yeah, which I prefer, but that's
Chewy's
just
disgusting.
Well, you know.
Not Chewbacca, by the way.
Wait, you prefer Chewy or?
I prefer Chewy.
You prefer Chewy?
Yes.
Because he's wrong.
No.
Are you an original guy?
That's just not true. Yeah, I'm an original guy.
Thank you.
Because I mean,
you're outclassed.
I go with what's better with a glass of milk, and that would be the original.
Yeah. Well, fuck both y'all. Ooh, some science. What? Oh. We get an early look at Godzilla's kind of revamped design for this movie. He still has the cool bassy roar, which he will have for this movie and the one that follows, and then they're gonna go away from it. We're seeing, which is kind of funny. They show the new suit, and it cuts right back to the last movie. So like, kind of like how they're really showing how much of a direct sequel this is. And they're using the kind of original kind of a Godzilla theme from Akira Ikefube. Even though I do love the music from '84. Bye all. And we do have a little bit of English in this movie. When I first saw this, I was like, wait a minute, is this in English? And then, oh, international news. Yeah, so I like right away now they're showing kind of like the aftermath of that attack. And they're showing like kind of global news, which I guess for Japanese audiences would have kind of made it feel more like, okay, this is a world issue.
As it would be. It would be very world-changing.
Yeah.
Especially time in which it takes place and in the countries that were involved, that we saw involved in the last movie. And
yeah.
It's supposed to be CCN instead of CNN.
I'm assuming. I've seen so many variations. I've seen like there's a GNN. Ugh.
Somebody's steak is done.
Sure.
yeah, he just lifts up his mask and takes a bite.
Oh, that's the good shit right there.
I found some cells.
Are they really cells if they're that big?
Well, I mean, like,
They're like scales.
there'll be cells. He almost slipped.
It could have been like he could have been holding a human head for all that we cared. Hey, I found some cells.
Well, yeah, but that's what he'll find next.
He's got a grenade right by his neck, by the way. I just want to point that out. That is kind of a cool idea, though. I like how, I know for Shin, there was like a deleted scene or a shot where they show where like they found like Godzilla skin particles on the ground, and it was growing an eye. Like whatever part of Godzilla would like break off, it like starts to become Godzilla. So it's kind of interesting, the idea of like, oh,
Take
hey.
this! We're Americans. We use guns. We don't ask questions.
I love the music here. It's a little, yeah.
Pretty intense.
Okay, so what prompted that?
So in this movie, it's kind of interesting that you see a little bit of corporate espionage, because now basically, oh shit.
Okay, so they want to get their hands on. So
yeah.
they're stealing a piece of
Godzilla, because that's the thing. In theory, like, you know, Godzilla in himself, what he is already kind of like a miraculous thing of nature. So genetically speaking, he would literally be like unlike any other life form ever. So naturally, a lot of people are probably curious to study him to see what kind of, you know, applications you might be able to, you know, derive from that. So probably every big corporation would love to get their hands on, you know.
Music is amazing.
Oh, I know.
Why
jeez.
did they look? Gotcha.
It was like, he really, really wanted to shoot them.
But he wanted to make sure they were looking.
Yeah, here's my... Yeah, why look here, like,
I
so
know.
they can turn around and maybe squeeze off a couple rounds? No, I would shoot him in the back.
Look into the guy that's gonna kill
I need
you.
to see our
It's like-
faces. Oh, this guy.
I can only kill a man whose eyes I look into. But he was so like, hey guys!
Oh,
It was like the worst game of Call of Duty ever.
so much treachery.
Is that Neo?
I know, right?
I'm the one.
Is he wearing a shark tooth necklace?
You know he's a fucking badass.
And
All
those fingerless gloves.
leather gloves. Yeah.
Yep. So okay, so here's the thing.
Wait, what did he say?
Kiss you guys?
Now there is some wonderfully spoken phonetic English in this movie.
Yeah.
That's what he said?
And yeah,
Kiss you guys?
and not just phonetic, but words used that really don't work. And there's also basically a fictional country in this movie. Yeah, they started
Saradia.
probably, which is obviously fake, and I'm pretty sure that was a shot of London. But anyway, and they are trying to get their hands on the G cells because essentially they want to turn their arid country into a thriving, like, agricultural,
hey,
like,
you're giving stuff away.
Well,
We haven't
you're gonna
gotten
see
there
it.
yet.
And this is the actress from.
Well, I mean, that was kind of touched on in the last movie, right?
A little bit, yeah. The idea of, and this is the actress from Return of Godzilla we saw playing a different character, but Toho just doing their tradition of reusing actors, kind of like it's a lot like the BBC, where they'll kind of have like an acting pool and they'll kind of pull from it. Don't get attached. That's all I'll say about that.
I just gotta say, that guy that killed those Americans did not look at all intimidating enough
No.
for the character that he seems to be playing.
Yeah, so that their government is basically just kind of, I guess, like in the Middle East, kind of a big arid desert. Yeah. Yasuko Sawaguchi is her name. So again, playing a different character here, but just kind of a little like, hey, remember me kind of face.
Pretty intense stairwell.
I know. Here's this great English. Can we get some English subtitles, please?
I know. Yeah. it's very...
His, you can kind of understand a little bit more.
Yeah.
Homeboy over here, though,
Yeah.
that's more like he's growling than speaking English. I just kind of feel like he's like, they have like a board with what he's supposed to be saying, like over his
Yeah,
shoulder.
you can definitely tell he's not looking at him. He's definitely looking over his shoulder.
The America. Oh.
Oh no! I like the delayed reaction, by the way.
Again, him, he sounds
Yeah.
like, okay, he just has an accent, and but he can kind of speak English. This guy literally just like, I learned these words today. Which I think is pretty much
Not my cells!
my cells. It's a good composite shot, though.
I know.
I don't know what you said. I'm sorry.
I heard, where is it?
I heard a
I thought he said, "Where is the car?"
Well, maybe he's trying to get the fuck out.
Dude, where's my car? Oh, it's Erica.
Yeah.
Where's the Erica? Where- the Erica, dude.
Oh, here she is.
He should have looked at her, fell to his knees, saying, "My cells."
And right off the bat, we're now introducing ESP. So I think it's... So right away, this movie is showing that it's pushing further into, science fiction than 84 did. Oh, thank God. He speaks like a normal human now, not some weird growly creature. I think with 84, though, it was a complete rebranding of Godzilla. And prior to that, in 75, the Godzilla franchise kind of petered out. And, was pretty much thought of as a kind of a children's franchise. So to have him kind of be taken seriously by adults, again, I think Toho wanted to play it as kind of straightforward as possible. And then once the film was kind of like, okay, people kind of buy into Godzilla again, they can kind of slowly start kind of introducing more, abstract concepts like this, like ESP.
Whoa.
What?
He wants to keep the semen so they can make future geniuses. Is nobody gonna address that? That's weird. That's weird.
Listen,
Wait, he's keeping his semen?
I don't know whose semen they're keeping. I was listening to you and I was reading the subtitles and this.
Well, I would hope he would keep his own semen. I mean,
yeah,
just give that shit away for free.
Oh my God.
That's like.
Yeah, his genius semen is valuable.
I mean, put that shit on Craigslist. That shit.
To many potential ladies.
God.
He is bilingual after all, so that's really smart.
Yeah.
Oh, here's some more great acting, by the way. Wait for it. Wait for it.
I'm a badass.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy. So I promise you there's more to the movie than, this.
Oh, man.
So this is now, and I'm assuming that...
Okay, how did he get a look at the guy in the back of the van?
He's got magic binoculars.
He's got some high-tech shit.
I guess.
This is like pre-internet.
Oh.
See, and again, I'm assuming these guys are supposed to be both American. One is clearly not, but I guess the Japanese audience at the time, they would have just heard English. And for them, they probably would not be able to distinguish between accents, kind of the same way like when I hear people probably from different parts of Japan. I know people from Osaka have like a very different accent than, for instance, people from Tokyo. I can't hear the difference, but obviously if you speak Japanese, you really could. So you could have an actor saying he was born and raised in Tokyo, have an Osaka accent, and to Americans, we wouldn't know the difference. So I'm assuming for, Japanese audiences, it'd be... I love that, the footprint.
Mm-hmm.
They should actually just make that.
I know.
That is awesome. But yes, I'm sure at the Japanese audience, they just hear, hey, there's two non-Japanese people speaking English. Of course they're American. As well as great actors.
Obviously.
Obviously, I mean, these guys. The best line is coming up later on, though. You'll know it when you hear it. This is a fascinating conversation. I can see you two are really into it right now.
I want to know what's going on.
So right off the bat, seeing kind of like the tone of this one, see, why are they going to Massachusetts? Like, what's it?
The entire state sent me this.
It's nice that, I mean, in this one, comparing to the one we had just seen previous to this, the conversation, at least between the Japanese characters, seems a lot more natural. And that people are showing emotion this time around.
Not acting all stoic.
Yeah. Or
random zoom-ins of like just people just staring.
Yeah, everything was met with that squinty-eyed, nondescript look on their faces, and it was just...
it's a tense...
It's like everyone was trying to emulate their best, like, Clint Eastwood type. And
I love how now the volcano on Mount Mihara is like under constant like
Well,
surveillance. Because this movie... Oh, we have the little Japanese Xavier school.
Yeah.
Just gotta start him young. Oh, this part's funny. I love this.
This part's awesome.
It's like the ultimate oh shit moment.
Clearer. So they all had the same dream.
Yep. Oh my god!
Oh shit!
I love it.
That's amazing.
That's
That's
so
like
cool.
the best.
And we gotta go. Start a cabinet meeting. They slap down a kid's drawing.
No, they just step out of the room, and then a guy in a black suit comes in.
Shoots them all.
Yeah, shoots them all.
Oh, I'm so tough. Look at me lift these weights.
And the Godzilla you see in the background is a model of the 1962 Godzilla when he fought King Kong.
Oh my gosh.
I have one, and it's cooler.
I was gonna say. I thought it was like the same pose at first, but
It's not a competition, but if it was, I would win. Even when I saw it as a kid, I was like, oh my god, I want that! But here's my thing. So, in this continuity, they're making, like, models and toys of Godzilla.
Yeah, already.
Yeah.
This is like, what, how many years after
This would be 5 years later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was 5.
when the movie takes place 5
Yeah.
years later? Okay. And they're already selling Godzilla merch. Is she like the oldest psychic?
Yeah, I think she was, like, their first graduate. It's funny, because I had always grown up seeing the Godzilla 1985 cut of The Return of Godzilla, and we didn't get this movie on VHS in the States until probably like 1995. So we always just, as a kid, I was just kind of assuming, well, Godzilla died in the volcano. Like, I guess he just jumped in and that was it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it was weird for us to see, after all these years, to see like a continuation of that, like, oh shit, he's alive and he's just, you know, in there.
Yeah.
Just taking a long bath.
Apparently. In case you didn't know.
It's a very top secret.
Computers. They're just teasing us with that figure.
Ooh. Laser technology. You're right, my friend.
Gross.
Yeah, but I love how, like, they're starting to kind of create all this technology as, like, a direct, you know, reaction to Godzilla.
Well, I think they've learned from the events of the previous film. They can't really count on other nations having their best interest.
Yeah. And it's funny, too, because I think this is right around the time of the collapse of the Soviet Union. It was like, because this takes 89. I think was it like 88, 89 it went down? So it was either in the process of, like, collapsing as we speak. I mean, I know it's kind of a long thing building up to, but in terms of it actually going down, I think it was either around this time or it had just happened. So politically speaking, the climate has changed dramatically. And I would have actually been kind of curious to see maybe more of that talked about in this movie, because again, they were really vocal about kind of how things were with the Soviet Union and the United States in '84. And now that it's suddenly kind of overnight, essentially everything kind of changed. But I think they were trying to now move away a little bit from more of like the real world political stuff and starting to get more into like, all right, more of the sci-fi stuff.
Right.
It's funny, this is a little reminiscent of Dr. Serizawa from 1954 when he had created the oxygen destroyer, which killed the original Godzilla, and he didn't want to use it because his big fear was that I've made a weapon that's essentially worse than Godzilla, so what will that do when the world sees it and tries to have it fall in the wrong hands? And it's kind of funny too because this guy's saying, I try to use Godzilla cells, which in a way are like it's kind of the deadliest weapon of all. And he's like, well, no, I don't want to mess with that because once I do that, the world will try to get their hands on it. So it's kind of interesting how they're mirroring that film a little bit. Is he saying that anything that involves Godzilla is just bad news? Like, it's not going to end well.
Yeah, and I mean, it again draws parallels to just nuclear.
Yeah.
When, like, you could argue there was very much a need at the time to develop that technology, but once it was truly world-changing and potentially disastrous that the technology ever even be developed.
Yeah. Well, like I said, once the need for it is passed, it's not like the technology disappears with it. So it's almost like it is Pandora's box. It's like, okay, you solved one problem, but now the whole world knows it's there, and people aren't just going to like turn a blind eye to it.
It's like there is going to be a cost to this. We just don't know what it's going to be.
Exactly. So I like how they're showing that, okay, Godzilla himself is a living weapon, so if we start trying to control that and we're trying to use it, it's like, even if they're trying to use it for something good, like I know they were trying to create plants that were more, diversified, more resilient, and that's all great, but on the flip side, you could also use that for something terrible. It's like, nuclear energy, you can use it to, as an energy source, or you can make it a bomb.
I like how it's in a filing
I know.
Yeah. That's pretty great. I was picturing more like safety deposit box sort of thing, but no.
No.
Or like a vault, at least.
I guess they're just depending on the disguise working.
They should have done like the hidden vault behind a picture frame thing.
Yeah.
You got to pull on like the candlestick. Thing opens up.
You have to pull on a candlestick that's like 2 rooms over.
My roses.
It's just kind of strange to think that Godzilla is just in there. Like it's cool, but it's like I always just thought it was such a gnarly idea that he can live in there. Like Godzilla's literally just
for years.
Yeah, he is just in an active volcano. That's badass.
I'd say chillin', but he wouldn't really be chillin'.
He just murders roses in the name of science. Or there's a kind of a nice zoom in, nice little callback to 84, which is kind of zoom in on someone being super serious about something.
You're gonna do it.
The fuck? Oh, we gotta clean up. See, if you're that hot, maybe, lose a couple layers.
Listen, don't be
not
ridiculous.
wear black.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I feel like there's some things you could do. Maybe lose a little weight.
Maybe, take some initiative. Have some more self-respect. Piece of shit.
I don't really think you guys are in beach appropriate.
I love that shot. It's just weird because now the world knows where Godzilla is. So it's almost like this weird, like, demonic lighthouse where you just know that there he is. He's over there. The most destructive thing on the planet is, like, it's in there,
Well, these two don't necessarily know that Godzilla is alive, right?
Well, they know that he's awake.
Oh, wait, okay. I was thinking these were never mind. I was thinking those were just, like, 2 random, like, civilian characters.
But he's kind of sealed in there, though. That was the whole plan. It's like, okay. Ooh. Little mad scientist action.
Ooh, take some of this. Alright, where's he gonna put it?
So much sweat.
Jesus,
Is he gonna
dude.
inject it into himself?
Like, get an AC or something, man. Like, seriously, he's sweating a lot.
Interesting.
Again, I do like how this whole thing has like a Dr. Frankenstein. I mean, again, it's the whole, like, it's alive moment. It's on a dark, stormy night, and he's playing with nature. But realistically speaking, like, someone would try to do something like this.
I mean, I would.
And I also love how... I mean, well, yeah. I mean, shit.
Why not?
What else am I going to do with my night? Already watched everything in my Netflix queue. Gotta do something. I don't know.
I mean, my daughter's dead, so...
Guy looks really happy about his life choices right now. But I love how there's kind of a... It's clever because you think, oh, okay, I'll mix it with a plant because that'll be safe. Because obviously if you put it in an animal, it's going to turn into a big Godzilla monster animal. We have a problem. But if I put it in a plant, that's safe, right? There's no way that could go wrong.
I can't think of one scenario where that wouldn't work out.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Boom. let me take this opportunity to impart some wisdom. You're a dumbass.
He starts scratching inside of his head, middle finger up, like, oh, that's fascinating. Yeah.
I just realized you know nothing.
Some science stuff here.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Gross.
Ooh, look at them cells.
Yeah.
My cells, they're growing. They're multiplying.
Look, he's just hanging out.
We can't be sure what's in there.
He's waiting for his Uber to pick him up.
It's just weird. Godzilla is just literally just, yep, he's there in the volcano. Oh.
They should just drop a nuke in there.
Super X2.
Ooh, so is this like the second version of those,
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
you know.
You, the viewer, you know
Exactly what's up.
It's the second version of you know.
You know.
It's twice as durable as you know. Twice as super, twice as X.
They should just put 2 X's on it.
Yeah, it should be 2 super, 2X. That's what it should be called. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. The fire mirror.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Sure that cost taxpayers a
I know.
pretty penny. When I
I feel
realized
like the original script said manufactured entirely of diamonds. Now, how do we make that sound cooler? Synthetic diamonds. That's right. We made some diamonds, and then we made a mirror for fire. It's a fire mirror.
It's so Godzilla can look at himself. We can body shame him.
Yep.
So he starts to attack. We open up the mirror, looks at himself like, oh God.
See, I think that
Oh.
the worst part is, I'm like, you guys, you can't actually test it, so how do you know it works?
Well, we're gonna find out.
I know.
Ooh, in one day, 42 million cells. It's crazy.
I'm not impressed. I can do better than that.
Yeah. And so many cells.
Okay, we're gonna have some good acting coming up. I know you guys were thinking the shit acting in this movie is just wearing me down, but don't worry. We got
This guy.
some Juilliard trained thespians here to save the day. Compact disc.
Wait, no. Tilt it further this way so we can see. Hey, did you find it?
Smug bastard. I'm sorry, what? Oh, wait for it, wait for it. Wait for it.
Alright, yeah.
Acting!
We are Lethal Weapon!
I know that. That's what I yell out whenever
I'm just so
I kind of yell that in whatever kind of random moments of my life, you know. Oh!
This just turned into an entirely
I was gonna
new
say,
movie.
little tentacle porn for your, oh, look at it.
No. Oh, he's dead.
I guess not so lethal. Okay, just Superman right out that glove.
I mean, that's what Martin would do. Actually, Martin would have saved.
Murtaugh.
Yeah.
Riggs!
He would have saved his life.
Riggs!
Riggs! Do you want to die, Riggs?
Take a seat.
Do you want to die?
Oh, Raj. Oh. Oh!
I'm getting too old for this shit.
I want to just see Murtaugh and Riggs in a Godzilla movie, just, on the case.
Looks delicious.
I don't know if you guys have seen it, but the Lethal Weapon TV show is actually pretty good.
I need to check that out. I'm very curious about that. I saw that, and I think it was like the only person who didn't poo-poo all over the trailer. So,
yeah, starting out, it's kind of like they're trying too hard to like capitalize on the movies and stuff, but then it really does. Once it becomes its own thing, it just settles into just being its own thing. It's good.
Well, hopefully they fare better than these two guys. I mean, Murtaugh just didn't make it that far.
Yeah.
Look at all. What?
This is the Lethal Weapon 5 that no one asked for.
He's just holding it up like, well, this is awkward.
This looks like a little more than 14 million cells, or whatever. What, 40 million? I thought I created an immortal plant species.
He just hands it out to the side. Here, you hold this. Oh.
Wait, what about... What? I just thought I made an immortal plant species. Turns out I did, but it was also a mistake.
Hindsight's 20/20, my friend.
Yeah. Whoops.
Whoopsie. So I love how they now are basically holding Japan hostage with the threat of releasing Godzilla, which is kind of brilliant because
Wait,
it's
so who's doing that?
This
the other country?
Yeah.
The desert country?
Yeah, because basically they're going to have, they're going to just have charges set up on the mountain because again, if it triggers an eruption, the lava levels rise and just kind of carries.
I think they should just nuke the desert country.
Who would notice the difference?
Wow.
I mean, I'm just saying, they don't already have a lot going on there. They don't strike me as a country that has much to lose.
Yeah, they can make more of that, they can make some more glass, and they can use them as fire mirrors.
To protect them from Godzilla.
And they're two Super 2Xs.
Just body shame him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like how they're setting off kind of explosions right now, one by one, to kind of show that, yeah, we can do it. I mean, it's kind of an interesting way of, like, a country that doesn't really have any kind of military authority or any kind of might, but they're using essentially Godzilla as like their weapon. They're like, listen, we're gonna just release him, and you're like the closest thing to him. So, but then also there's the problem. Okay, if you do that, eventually, let's say in theory he wipes out Japan. Well, he's gonna keep going across the world.
Yeah.
So eventually,
they're the North Korea of this movie.
Yeah, they don't really have like the long game in mind.
No. They just want to troll the world.
Just her bangs are adorable. And these two characters, these two women right here, they're going to actually kind of be popping up throughout the 90s. So it's kind of cool. You're seeing some continuity in these films. Something that was kind of, I think, largely lost with the Showa era Godzilla films. So it was kind of like, this one's in continuity with this one's not. This one's like, here, these films are all in canon with each other. So I liked how Toho kind of like, tightened it up a bit.
I want to clarify something for the viewers. I know I said that in this fictional universe I would nuke this country, and then I compared them to North Korea. I do not think we should nuke North Korea.
Yeah, let's
just the clarification there.
The KAIJU commentary does not in any way. Well, just making jokes here, folks. Just jokes. That's all we're doing.
I find it easier to nuke fictional people than
real people. Want to make that very clear. We got jokes. That's what I'm trying to say. Hashtag, we got jokes.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey guys, how's it going?
I feel like, this creature should speak.
Hello! They start
just
nuking,
be like
blowing
afraid
up.
of its own existence. Like, who am I? Just,
everything hurts.
help me!
And everyone just opens fire.
It just like begs that somebody kill it. Like, just kill me, please.
That or it'll sound like the plant from A Little Shop of Horrors.
So much pain.
Say more.
Father!
No shit!
I thought it was.
Look at the other...
Oh, okay, yeah.
Biolantte.
Yep, that's who it is.
See, okay, is this real? He says, okay, it's the spirit of a plant from Norse mythology. I have never heard of this in Norse
I
mythology.
haven't either. I'm gonna look it up.
I think he just legit made that up. I don't know. Looking like a Viking myself, I've taken somewhat of an interest in, Norse mythology, and I never came across anything that, reminds me of Godzilla, so I could be wrong, but I think he just lied. I think he just made that up to be smart. Yeah, it's Biolantte. What the fuck does that mean?
Well, clearly you know nothing about science.
Or history. Or mythology. Why do we even keep you around? He just pushes him in the water.
Are you proud of this? Yeah.
Well, it is, technically.
I mean, yeah.
It's bad, but it's still science.
This would be considered science.
Dipshit.
Yeah. I told you guys not to put me on the program.
This is really on you.
I tried to turn you guys down.
But no.
No.
Yeah, it's totally not real.
Okay, so
I
yeah.
didn't think so,
There is
but-
no giant plant monster from Norse mythology.
Interesting.
They just straight up lied and hoped nobody would check, I guess.
We should sue them.
Totally. The people...
I see no other course of action here.
People of Scandinavia should sue Toho for defamation of character.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be Gawker all over again. I love that guy.
Yeah, he should speak Japanese throughout the entire movie. Although I'm wondering, okay, is his accent as bad in Japanese as it is like when he speaks English? So we're like, oh, he sounds better in Japanese. Are Japanese people listening to this going, oh my god.
Yeah.
What? What is he saying? Oh.
Oh no!
No, his acid wash jeans. Shit!
Go that way.
Yeah, don't go behind the truck. Just keep running straight.
Seriously, I was supposed to say it in script. Ah, jeez.
We'll
see.
take it his time.
Riggs can make this shot.
I know he could
You
too.
could just.
Diplomatic immunity.
Yeah. Well, that.
Oh no, that was Murtaugh shot him in the
that
head.
was
Wow.
Murtaugh, yeah.
I'll give it to Murtaugh then.
Yeah, Riggs had just gotten like shot all the way up his back after
Has just been revoked.
fighting that guy with a knife in his leg.
I'm like, dude, what's the point of holding... How did that happen? How did that happen? Even if he shot the tire out, that wouldn't cause the car to flip.
That is not something Riggs would have done.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
So I guess he's dead.
Look at him go down the stairs.
Is that a DeLorean? No.
Was it?
No, it's similar, but
I don't know how to open doors.
this technology is beyond my comprehension.
The guy's gonna kill them both.
Again, I'm just thinking of this endgame. Let's release Godzilla. Whoa.
Wait, is that what's in there? Bombs? Is there like?
It's
It's
like
the control panel that's controlling the bombs.
Yeah, so in theory they could shut them off remotely so they don't detonate the final one that's gonna...
Man, all these guys involved in this situation have some severe morality issues.
I know.
So he grabs the guy's keys out of his pocket, but just leaves them there, and then
Let's just hit buttons. That'll help.
I know, right? Let's say at this point.
there's a timer ticking down in a movie. I'm assuming something's about to blow up.
Yeah.
So it's
Like,
why
dude.
not just grab the guy out of the car and drag him away?
He's kind of a douchebag, though.
Yeah, but he's still a person.
What I think is
No,
funny is that
he's a lethal weapon.
I don't care if he's a person from North Korea or not. I still like for him to.
I just like how they're like, okay, we'll release Godzilla, but I'm like, when he's done destroying Tokyo or Japan.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's like
he could easily.
no
go
one's gonna win
elsewhere.
in this scenario. And now we're gonna get our first good look at the new suit, which as a kid was my first time seeing this.
He looks so cool.
He has what a lot of people now call like the cat face a little bit.
He does, yeah. He does have an angrier looking.
I like the angry cat face.
And this will be the design that is kind of carried through the Heisei era, the films. I mean, they tweak the suits here and there a little bit.
They've changed his eyes too, haven't they?
Yeah, he now like looks forward. He's not perpetually staring up.
Yeah.
And you'll notice right away the suit has a bit more flexibility because it's actually built for the actor that's supposed to wear it. But yeah, no, because the suit from '84, it disappeared. I mean, I don't know why they maybe.
It was an extremely rigid suit too.
Yeah, it was very. Which in some ways worked because it was a very dark, kind of almost film noir kind of movie. So Godzilla was very just kind of almost like vacant. But this movie is a bit more fun, a bit more.
Oh my god! Oh god, I forgot about this.
Yeah, I love this part. Just like that's like.
Who is he? Where did that come from?
Again, they're having a bit more fun in this one. I love that guy. And try to be all evil with the news. The news. Yes, news. Yes, because she's in pain and she's begging you to kill her.
Yeah. Please kill me.
I do like she does have that whole kind of Frankenstein's monster kind of vibe, though. Kind of a tortured creature.
Mm-hmm. Just tragically misunderstood.
Yeah. Shocker. This is their effects budget right here. Oh, shit.
Oh, man. We gotta get the 2 Super 2Xs out there now.
2X, Too Furious.
Yeah.
So I can start body shaming him with the mirror.
Oh.
Godzilla just looks like, my god, I have let
Thunder
myself
thighs,
go.
Godzilla.
To God, to Zilla.
It's like, guys, I just woke up. Can't you give me a few minutes?
I also like how more larger scale these battles feel. I love here they literally have an entire fleet going after Godzilla.
So he's got action on all sides instead of just like one direction.
Well, at this point they don't want to even get close to the mainland.
This is not the same defense force.
And obviously they've kind of the integration of the miniatures and the suit is better in this one. It's more fluid and damn.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Again, tonally, I mean, 84, I love that movie, but you can see effects-wise, Toho really kind of perfected, kind of their effects in this film.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that was sitting on the other side of her will be one of the main characters in the next film. So funny, Toho again gets a lot of young actors their start, and a lot of times you'll see people who are kind of starring roles. You'll kind of see them in little cameos or little background characters in earlier films. There we go. And I like how this one's unmanned.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's all remote.
Makes a lot more sense that way, though.
Even though there will be a Super X3.
Do they only build ever one of these at a time?
Apparently, I mean, you would think maybe get an entire fleet. But then again, I guess realistically speaking, it's probably expensive to build. Even though after 84, you would think they could
but you might actually accomplish something if you had more than one of these.
You would almost say maybe the UN would say, okay, we need to just build our own United Nations fleet for this kind of thing. Okay, just like that. Got ourselves a real Boy Scout here, huh, fellas? Why don't you go back to sucking on your mama's tit?
Wow. Oh my god. Mom,
yes,
what?
sir.
Nice to meet you. You suck mom tits?
Why, yes. Yes, I do. Wipes his mouth, gets a little milk out of the crowd.
Ew.
I'm just kidding. He's a fine gentleman, good soldier. I'm sure he wipes his mouth thoroughly after sucking us. I'm done. I'm done.
Pulls out the handkerchief, wipes his mouth. Yes, your mother's.
Let the body shaming begin. Look at those hips, Godzilla.
Oh, we're gonna see the synthetic thumb and fire mirror in action.
He looked a little happy at first.
It's like, the fuck?
It's like,
What?
what is this?
It's like,
what is this?
Oh, so they want to reflect him.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Get it?
Yeah, you shoot at us all you want. I'm sure you'll never figure out how to take us down.
It's kind of clever. I like the idea they're just kind of using his own. And they had another mechanical head for the close-up shots like that, and it actually looks like the suit now. So there's not that sharp distinction between when they're using like the robot animatronic head versus the suit.
Right.
Oh.
It's like, oh, you guys are mean.
Yeah, I like how when he goes down, he doesn't just kind of drop like a belly flop. He actually kind of like moves and say, "Oh shit, there we go."
It's submersible.
Ooh, we can go into the water.
Turning west. Oh, he's going to America. It's like, fuck this. No, you should never cancel the alert at Tokyo Bay.
Always on high alert. Forever.
I know.
I'm the boss.
Like he just dropped some serious like knowledge bomb on like you think you're right. That's totally misinformation.
I don't care.
So we're gonna trap you in the city, in the country that Godzilla is most near and most likely to attack. I'm like, shouldn't they get all the flights in the air? Yeah, everyone who's leaving, leave now. Godzilla!
Yeah, you're screwed.
Like, I like how he's... Well, your country let him out. Jesus.
I was gonna say, I guess you guys probably should let him out after you stole this, huh?
Do you find this to be somewhat inconvenient for you now?
Ooh, now these guys are going to be Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
We are Lethal Weapon.
I just want to say that, though, but, like, in random points of my life. Like, you know, not just, like, when it's obvious. Because, well, I mean, I have a lot of moments in my life where it's really obvious that I should call myself a lethal weapon.
What's that Schwarzenegger movie? I forget what movie it's in, but he goes... He, like, sees a guy, like a buddy from the academy or whatever, and they walk in. And he goes, "Oh, you son of a bitch!"
And Predator.
Okay, yeah.
Dylan!
They
You son of a bitch!
Lock arms and just bicep shot, like on
sweaty muscles. It's like the most like masculine shot in cinema history.
I love it.
Like my
goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus.
I want to like start my own country, and our flag will literally just be like a screenshot of those that shot right there. Those two biceps together. It's like fuck yeah. That's my Pokemon Gym's logo.
Oh no!
Our country's motto: "Son of a bitch."
Bitch. Oh. Huh. Hi,
Daddy.
Yes, rush towards that. That's a good idea.
Just let it. It's just a what?
I love it. Yeah, you can see like the little mouth inside. Again, some people, I know some people I think it's kind of corny to involve like psychics, but I like the way they're using them. I like that, you know, when you think about it, in a world where something like Godzilla exists, it's almost like you would need to use really kind of like unconventional.
I mean, well, yeah, you gotta have psychics.
But also kind of in a weird, yeah, well, fuck yeah, you gotta have psychics, like shit.
Well, here's the thing, you have fucking Mothra with the twin fairies, so...
Not yet, you don't.
Oh.
But you will.
Yeah.
But I'm just, but then it makes...
But you had the fairies in Mothra still. I know.
Yeah, but she hasn't been introduced. Technically,
well, yeah.
Mothra isn't known yet because all the films that back in the day that had Mothra are no longer in canon.
Yeah.
So Mothra herself has not been introduced yet. But see, I love how more flexible the head is now. But yeah, something like Mothra now is a lot more believable when you already have like psychics now. So
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh
no! It's wearing out. See, that's why you need more than one of these things.
You son of a bitch.
He kind of looks like Tally.
I like how he just like bitchily just fired as a Tom Brady. He's like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, they should have used real diamonds.
I know, right?
That's what you get for going synthetic.
Oh, and it's so funny that we had a bunch of like kids here, like gamer kids, like just doing this.
I know, right?
The new future, the new face of the self-defense force.
The mirror is heat-proof, but it can't take anymore.
When in doubt.
Heat doesn't affect the heat mirror, but you see,
Yes, it
due
does.
to heat, it has been affected.
It's tired.
Oh. And this is why we don't put people in these things anymore.
It's like all those planes that always fly too close to King Kong. It's like, what were you thinking?
It's like you have projectile weapons for this
Yeah.
exact reason.
Yeah.
Unless you're trying to kamikaze him, there's literally no reason to get an arm's length. Just
Why hasn't there been that scene in King Kong where like all the planes that it's like they're supposed to be attacking King Kong, but they're all like, oh, somebody else is gonna do it. Like somebody
They're
else
just
will take the chance, and they're all just like, then they're flying in circles, and they're all looking at each other like, oh, so none of us want to do this. Like we're all in agreement. Fuck this. Like,
it's funny. I saw some. When this scene ends, well, you guys will see how this scene ends. But originally, they were actually Toho was actually playing around with like cell shaded animation for some of the effect shots.
Oh, I remember you.
Yeah,
told me
and they
about that.
showed like they actually did like some cell shade, like kind of like a little bit like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but like for like movement, doing like some actual like animation within the shot, and they also tried doing some stop motion. So if you go on YouTube, you'll find some like not used like test shots where they actually had like Godzilla fighting Biolantte as the stop motion puppets.
Look at those thunder thighs.
I don't know, I remember when Legendary came out, they said, oh, Godzilla, he looks too fast, the legs look too thick. I'm like, yes, because he was
I
freaking
know.
Jenny Craiging it up here.
And it just gets worse.
Oh yeah, his thighs get bigger.
Puts on weight, man.
Yeah, he does.
it's fine if they're big but it looks like solid muscle.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
well,
That did kind of look a little rolly.
yeah. What do you mean what's going on out there? Like, is your monitor not working? Like,
Yeah, kind of.
Good job, cameraman.
You kind of know exactly what I know as far as what's going on out here. Why wouldn't they try to like reproduce?
I just don't think they're into each other.
Or maybe this is how Biolantte does it.
He was turned to Sean Connery there for a little bit. Remember, this is how Biolantte does it. When Biolantte gives you, then he gets, talks, gives you look like you've got a smack in the mouth.
Sure ties you up.
You have to pretend that you don't enjoy it when in actuality you really do. Because that's how I picture Godzilla standing in my head. It's just like,
and that's the way Biolantte does it.
it almost sounded like Nick Cage there for a second. Oh yeah, Biolantte. She's gonna wrap her tentacles around you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, maybe she'll put some in places you weren't expecting. At first you'll be hesitant, but after a while you'll realize it's good. It's good. You're welcome, folks.
Oh man.
I like that look, like, you a bitch.
You can't always just resort to the flames, alright? They're not gonna get you out of every situation.
Ew.
But they will get you out of this one.
Yeah, but it will work here, but...
I'm just saying, statistically speaking, eventually there will come a point when you do it and it will not work. Clearly this is not it, but just,
Yeah, just be aware.
Future references.
The time is coming.
But right now, you're gonna be okay. Right now, you definitely got this.
Yeah, it's just a matter of sheer luck that you, managed to find a way out of this one. Oh, what now?
Look at him. He's like, nope. Oh.
Oh no.
So it was like, you're in defeat. Gross.
How bad he looks when he comes out of the water. And he shakes it off, a little shimmy.
Oh, is he going right back to the flames? Was he going right back to... Ooh. Yep.
See, I was wondering, how do the individual little mouth things have, like, vocal cords?
I know, I was thinking that too.
Ew. Oh. It's a wonderful sound to make. Oh!
It's gotta hurt.
He's like, ow! Bite it, bite it! Oh, that was awesome.
Gross.
let's just take...
Biolantte is just trying to determine if Godzilla is a suitable mate.
Man, she's
presenting him with a series of challenges.
gauntlets, if you will.
Yep.
I love they give him like the double row of teeth.
I know.
Nope. She's like, the fuck? Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Biolantte, you're just telling Godzilla that he can get away with,
Yeah.
whatever. Say no.
Yeah, it was around this shot here that we're gonna switch over to like a cell shaded kind of a thing. It looked cool. I mean, it didn't integrate well, but it looked cool.
Yeah.
And you get a little glimpse of things to come.
Ooh. It's a nice flame.
I know. I like how they got to kind of like spin like that.
It's kind of like you could see this being in like an intro sequence to like a James Bond film.
The little like circle.
Except like in those like embers, it's like naked women.
Yeah. Anyway, that was weird, huh?
We're trying to fix it. We turned it off. We're waiting for it to boot back up.
Instead of a mirror, we're just gonna have a bunch of pictures of Godzilla when he was skinnier and younger. We'll try to make him feel bad about himself that way. Hey, remember when you looked better? You remember that? Yeah. But you still wish you looked like this, huh?
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If you were hot. But you aren't anymore because you got fat. You're fat and lame now. You remember when you weren't? When you weren't fat and lame like you are now?
It just hovers. Just the guy in the microphone
You just think about that, all right? Biolantte might want you then.
Oh my god.
But she won't now.
Have you seen her? Yeah. She looks pretty good, huh? Unlike somebody.
She's really keeping it together.
That somebody's you, by the way. I was referring to you.
The fat, ugly one. When I say that, from now on, I want you to know it's talking about you.
Oh, does he now? Yo, so what's up? Yeah. Yeah, I'm running this shit.
Yeah, I think it's entirely possible, given that we know nothing about her. Do you think she might be able to detect him? I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. I do like this idea of that. It's kind of it's unconventional, but it's kind of neat. Like using sight. Like, well, maybe we can kind of like pick up on Godzilla, and it's see what they're going for there, but he's just kind of But no, it's interesting because it's like I like the idea of it almost makes you realize, okay, if they can link minds with Godzilla, then in theory we can kind of get a sense of kind of not just what he is, but kind of a little bit who. Because if there's a mind that you can kind of link with a little bit, it kind of implies that there's maybe a bit more of a sentient consciousness there, that he's not just a...
Yeah. Does he have any desires?
Because in the first... Well, not the first film, but in 84, he was very much kind of portrayed as more like a... Just kind of an animal in search of food. In this case, it was like nuclear energy, but still, it was like he's coming to land seeking out, food sources, and... So it's not unlike when you have like a big animal that kind of wanders to a populated area. But in this movie, it's kind of implied, well, maybe there's a bit more going on with him. Which I like that. I like you're starting to kind of look at more to who he is as a character. And this is something that this continuity will kind of explore a bit more. Not so much in the next one, but the films following that one. Yeah, good as place as any.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean,
Why not? It's like
we're gonna launch an attack. It could be right here.
he's gonna kick our asses anyway, so really it doesn't matter where we do
What
this.
does everyone think? Our heat-proof heat mirror is susceptible to heat, so we could use that.
I love when they were actually able to use like stock footage of actual like military maneuvers. It just adds that extra dimension of realism, and you also know that nothing bad's gonna happen in that shot because it's actual stuff. But the second it switches off to model shots, like ooh, this is not gonna fare well for somebody, is it?
You don't make models unless you want to break them.
Yeah, exactly.
You break all the models.
That's what I did with all my toys growing up. This guy's like, shut the fuck up in the background.
So, what are you talking about?
Dude, I literally just asked you if you need me to pull over and if you have to pee. Like, yes, he so often does. It's kind of funny, in 54 he obviously destroyed Tokyo, and then in the sequel to 54, which came out in 55, and Godzilla Rage Again, he actually goes to Osaka because, Tokyo was no longer really in a position to be destroyed, considering how, Tokyo wasn't really there anymore.
Yeah.
So I love that in this film, Tokyo, I mean, I guess it's been like 5 years, but the amount of damage he caused, I mean, they would still be recovering from it.
Right.
So I love how they're going to, like, another major city. He's still just staring. Look at him, look at him. He's still like...
You won't even look at him. You wanna...
The fuck did you just say to me?
You know what I said. This would be a perfect place for you, son of a bitch.
I know, right?
Because somebody's here on this platform waiting for Arnold.
all these guys have, like, shirts that are missing one sleeve, and that one arm is just super jacked, so that's how they shake hands. They just kind of clasp them together and just kind of flex.
Massive
Christ.
arm.
Yeah.
Just the one. Yep, that's him.
So I love how this idea of, like, let's try to link minds with, like, the most powerful organism on the planet. Let's see how this goes.
Is she gonna just, like, jump off? They're gonna lose her.
Godzilla's like, join me. Yes, let's leave the two unarmed civilians here.
Before it's too late. What's too late? Like, what?
It's like...
What's gonna happen to her if we leave?
Like, it's kind of like in 84, when they had a helicopter by the building, and instead of, like, any of the, military guys, rappelling down, like, no, let's send the old guy.
Well, it was that one girl, that one chick's brother.
Yeah.
That was like, it wasn't even clear why he was with them.
It was just like,
It was just like he was, and then
here
he goes
it's like...
down, and then sends another guy up, and he stays down, and it's like, well, now you get, what?
Some
And even
people
here, I
just
mean,
like to do things the hard way.
I guess you want to send them away in case it doesn't work, those guys don't die, but I'm kind of like, but as, soldiers, they should be like, well, it's our duty. It's not your duty to die, it's ours, technically, so... At the very least, we can die along with you. And,
yeah, we kind of signed up for this.
Yeah,
we're just a woman.
We're gonna make him a casserole.
Yeah.
The KAIJU commentary does not condone. All right. We're not sexist, girls.
Get out of my head. Puts on like a Magneto helmet. Uh-oh.
You're poking around in there, Charles.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
How you doing?
what's your sign? Oh, he's kind of like, so, that'd be the scariest shit
Oh, I know.
ever.
Want to make out?
You ignoring me? So, come here often?
Ooh, what's that? What's... Uh-oh.
Stop! Stop! Stop reminding me about my childhood! Worst
Ooh.
psychic ever.
Godzilla wins. We should use all the psychics together.
He just throws up the two fingers. Yatta. So, like, Godzilla's just there. Huh.
Nice try. That was weird. It's never happened to me before. But see ya.
do 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 do. Gotta fuck some shit up today. It is kind of interesting, that idea, but I love how in Godzilla's mind, in theory, his will would be so powerful that he can, like, overwhelm a psychic. Cause I guess it's a kind of like the, psychic equivalent of, like, you know, someone trying to lift up a car or something really heavy, something that's beyond your ability to, like, physically, you know, lift. Mentally speaking, Godzilla's mind would be just so big and, you know, imposing that trying to control it in any capacity would have take such a toll on someone. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Because when I picture... See, Osaka's the sexy city, you know, it's a little different.
It's the moon base of Earth.
Yeah. Now, this is America, and, like, Slayer was playing, they would just start playing harder because it's way more metal to play metal when Godzilla's, like, attacking.
Oh, I just pictured a cross between, like, Mad Max and Godzilla.
Oh my god.
And
The world would be in a state of Mad Max because of Godzilla. That's what happens when all the Super X's fail, folks.
picture Godzilla wearing some giant chain with a guy hanging from it playing.
Just
shredding. Like,
he's wearing it like a necklace.
yeah.
That'd be awesome. Someone out there, draw that. Person to my right, draw that. Oh.
Safety first.
Hey, is that Mario? It's me, Mario.
What the hell do you want?
Look how excited. We're gonna fuck you up, bro.
Just throw him out the
Oh god.
out the window.
I like how he's like, I'll just beat you with the case.
Oh, come on.
Quick,
Where's the partner at?
beat up Saddam Hussein. Come on.
Wow.
Oh, yeah,
There
here
you
we go.
Wait for it.
That sound.
I love that sound effect.
He knocked it. The guy had a helmet on.
Oh. I guess so.
Yeah.
But
The Japan.
that make sure the Japan does not produce any more of that.
The Japan.
The Japan.
Make sure that the Japan. That.
The Japan. The America.
This guy's just way too skinny.
Oh, hey, Godzilla. Huh.
I don't really think that's the correct.
Look, he's just mildly irritated all the time.
Oh man.
No, Godzilla again. This whole sequence reminds me a lot of 84.
Yeah.
Just shots at night with fire.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, too, how kind of, like, bigger in scope this movie does feel. Because this movie is going to have a lot of different moments, a lot of different big action set pieces. 84 was essentially just this.
Yeah. Not the game corner.
Shit.
I mean, this could have just been called Godzilla with a Vengeance.
I love that shot.
Yeah.
He kind of for a second looks looking down at you.
This is a good shot. Yeah. He gave us a little wink.
I know.
Like, oh, that's cool. I like that.
The path of destruction.
In the next movie, he'll be made to be 100 meters tall as opposed to 80, so he'll actually be as tall as some of those buildings.
Oh, well.
And to think the legendary Godzilla is even taller than that, and then Shin is even taller than that, and now the Planet of Monsters Godzilla is even taller than that.
Oh, here we go.
Let's do it.
Round 2.
It's interesting. There are some making ofs you can see of these movies. And I saw like some of the production shots of this movie, this scene here, and on this set. And first of all, it's amazing to think that that guy's probably about like 5'6", 5'7". So
Yeah.
think how tall those model buildings are. First of all,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
but they shoot Godzilla moving really, really fast, actually. And then when they slow the camera down, it makes it look like he's moving at normal speed. But because of his size, it gives the illusion that he moves with like a lot of weight.
Mm.
And I know they do that a lot with music videos, where they'll actually when they do the playback, where the singers like will lip sync, you know, like they do live a lot of times. They'll actually play back their audio like really fast. It almost has like the chipmunk voice sound, because then when they slow it to normal speed, it gives them like this cool like ethereal movement.
Yeah.
But they did the same thing here, because when you slow him down, it makes him look big and heavy. Because right here, the actor's actually walking fast at normal speed, but they do it that, and also so the fire, because the bigger fire it gets, physics, everything moves slower.
Yeah.
So they speed it up and then they slow it down, so everything actually looks like it's moving as the size would suggest.
Right.
So it's kind of a neat trick. So whenever when we were kids and we pretended to be Godzilla, we'd always move really slow.
Yeah.
But when you see it behind the scenes,
They
yeah,
do,
the
like,
actors,
big steps.
yeah,
big
the
stomps,
really
and-
exaggerated moving. Whereas here, if you watch, it's one of the actors moving really, really fast. He's like moving normal speed in the suit. Whereas now it's all digital, so they can just, you know, design it to make that's awesome.
Like, who are they airing this to? This area is evacuated.
I feel the music could be a little darker and grimmer here. Like
Yeah.
maybe if they were going to bring back some of the music from '84, this would be a good little moment. I love these shots. Look at that. You know what, guys? I think everything's going to turn out to be okay. I think this time around things are going to work out.
Yeah, it'll be cool. Because, I mean, now that we can reflect the beam, we run the risk of hitting buildings, but who cares?
Yeah. It's their fault for being there to begin with.
Right.
Yeah, this guy will be
Loading
one of the
all
main
the
characters in the next
firepower.
movie. This actor.
I'll give it my best shot.
Oh! Just like, ah, fuck! So stop! Yeah, he definitely reacts a lot more in this movie.
Yeah.
Which you could definitely argue that, okay, it made him look more cold and just evil. And he's like, get it,
He's gotta do that, like the time crisis thing.
It's just so funny how, like, willy-nilly he could use his atomic breath back in the day.
I like how he's going down the little, like, water.
Well, it's probably easier for him to move through.
Yeah, I just remember seeing the legendary Godzilla in theater, and the moment when he uses his atomic breath, everybody just lost
Their
it.
shit, yeah.
Because it was like nobody knew he was going to do that.
I mean, we were all wondering if he was going to have it in the movie, and I had heard director Gareth Roberts say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna find a way to do it. We're gonna make it realistic." But we just kind of forgot about it because we were so long into the fight and we didn't see it. And I completely forgot the fact that we hadn't seen him use his atomic breath. And then I saw that tail, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Well, I mean, really, before that legendary Godzilla, it was essentially as if I had. I mean, not essentially. Like, I really knew nothing about Godzilla, and so I didn't watch anything like leading up to it.
So when you saw that shot,
so I saw his tail light up. I was like, "What's he doing?" And then all of a sudden, it was just like, I was like, "What?" I was like, "Godzilla could do that?" I thought he was just like a big lizard that just broke things.
He's
It's
so
like,
much more.
Nope, he's got
it's
a-
like, no, he shoots, and then he.
Yeah, I know,
opens his
right?
mouth and right into him, and
yeah, he's got nuclear halitosis, man.
yeah, I mean, There's only a handful of creatures that have the nuclear halitosis, but who knew he was one, you know?
Just think how much more well-versed you are in all things Godzilla now. You're welcome. When we first met you, you were but a wee lad who knew the touch of Godzilla but once. And now we've sullied you. Just bathed you in excess. You're welcome. You filthy son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
Godzilla has penetrated my being.
Oh no.
Yeah, he got to me when I was young. Oh, that
That's
A little closer.
Well, the super top secret weapon didn't work, so let's just fire rockets at him.
Yeah. Ooh, they're like drill bits. That would hurt.
Although that implies his hide is so thick that it's basically like drilling into like armor, essentially.
Oh, I forgot about this scene.
I'll just put that down real quick. Oh yeah, this part's funny coming up. Do-do-do, do-do-do.
What, you can take out a plate. Oh, okay.
You son of a bitch. What the fuck did you do?
He's got the look like our cats have when you're like kind of teasing with a string. Their eyes kind of like. This
Why can't you hear him?
Yeah, you. Suck on this.
How dare you?
Maybe you should just, run.
No.
Yeah, and, whatever.
Yeah.
Buildings work less good when they fall, so...
Yeah.
Match point me!
He really didn't want that medicine.
I wish I could solve all my problems today when someone...
Godzilla's gonna be finding a new doctor now.
Good luck finding a copay.
So, yeah. Side effects may include death to your doctor, death to administrator. Oh.
So I do like in this movie, it kind of shows you like what happens when he's kind of left unchecked. He can he'll just keep going. Like,
Yeah.
again, it does get
It's
the
like
film.
the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah. It gets the movie more scope that he's not, sequestered like one city. Like he basically just did in like a 10-minute sequence what the whole of the last movie was.
He's got places to be this time.
And it's funny. I never noticed this, but someone did like a whole thing, like a meme thing online where they talked about how they had to lure Godzilla with the bird calls and the signal to lure him to the volcano.
Yeah.
Like how nobody's trying that this time around.
I know.
I mean, it worked before. If no one said, "Hey, remember we did last time that worked? You wanna try that first?"
We can get some birds to mess with him.
Like no one wants to give that a shot, and it's just weird too. Like, I mean, it's not uncommon for Godzilla movies to like have complete different casts of characters in the next movie over. I'm kind of like, really? No one's coming back from the first one. I mean, for a lot of people, technically I know the different eras of Japan. It has to do with like what the prime minister, like the Showa era, the Heisei era. It's the different like what prime ministers.
Yeah.
Because I know 84 was technically the start of the Heisei continuity, but technically that was still, in terms of like the year, was still technically the Showa, in terms of like, whereas this is technically...
I think it's either that or it's by the royal family or
whatever. Oh, I
whatever.
think that's what it is, yeah. So, in terms of that, technically this is the first Heisei film, but in terms of the continuity, it's the second one. But for a lot of people, this is, tonally speaking, this is more of the film that kind of sets the tone for the rest of it. None of the other ones will be as dark or as kind of gritty and real as 84, so 84 kind of is it's not a one and done, but tonally speaking, it kind of is. You don't get anything like that again until Shin.
Interesting. They're gonna microwave him to activate the bacteria that they've fired into his orifice.
Orifices. See, I love all the different clever ways they have. Again, I think the bird call... Well, here, get the bird calls to lure him to a different point, and then fire him with, like, you know, orifice bacteria. It'd be a kind of a two-prong assault.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe come up with a plan. Alright, we need a lot of weapons that we've used before that don't work.
Sounds good.
Right here.
Yeah.
Any weapon that we have that is mildly effective, make sure we only have one.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the Super X is kind of your go-to
Yeah.
thing. I don't know, I'm just kind of like...
We'll try that first. We know it won't work totally. Like, he'll eventually take it out, but it'll do something for about 2 minutes. So let's just build one of those.
Yeah, so the periods are based on the emperor.
Okay. So it's like the royal fam. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, when the emperor died and his son took over, that started the Heisei era.
I don't know if it's pronounced Heisei or Heisei. I don't know, so... We could be saying it wrong. I apologize. But yeah, no, that's... So historically speaking, this is the first Heisei... Oh, man, check this out. Yes! Remember these things, guys?
Oh my god.
They had a cooler version than we did, but... I kind of had this when I had Mario Paint for the Super Nintendo. That's the Super Famicom for all my Japanese brethren. How detailed it is. You could not get it that detailed back then.
I mean, maybe if you're a psychic.
Yeah. It could be. Clearly that was my problem back when.
Not a psychic.
Not a psychic.
They released that product just to find out who was
psychic. I showed them my freaking blob of a rose.
Yeah.
No, sir. Clearly not a psychic here. Oh.
I mean, no one knows they're looking for psychics. It's just...
Yeah. But I'm just saying, that would have been the conversation in private someone had when they caught a look at my shitty-ass rose. Like, nah, well, clearly someone's not getting to the Xavier Institute. It's funny, having, like, the rain and, like, the night shot, it hides the matte painting part of it, or the composite shot, so actually all this blends in really well.
Yeah.
I know traditionally that's a lot of times how they try to hide effect shots. They just give a kind of like low resolution or poor visibility. When Spielberg wanted to test out the CGI for Jurassic Park, because originally he was going to use Go Motion, and they did a whole sequence where they had the skeletons of the Gallimimus running through the field, but just the skeletons, and they were seeing how smooth the movement was. It looked really good. He goes, okay, that's great, but I need to see something with flesh and blood outside in an open field with the harshest light possible to see how it's going to hold up. Because traditionally, any kind of, you know, visual effect that wasn't a practical effect, you know, putting under hard light is like the hardest thing to make it look real.
Yeah.
So a lot of these model shots, sometimes they would do it like in kind of bad weather because it hides the model.
Hide a lot of the unrealistic looking
God,
things.
these effects. I'm sure for them it was awesome.
I think it's just kind of a cool like segue how they do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like an old PC game, basically.
Yeah. Transition.
How jovial the music sounds.
I know.
Let's go, boys. Time to die. And then the sobering reality. Oh, yeah, we really are going to die, huh, guys?
We aren't playing a video game.
This is real life. And people die in real life. Gotta get the maser cannons.
Boom. Get mazered.
Hashtag get mazered.
Oh, I thought he was going to step on it there.
You got prematurely excited there.
Yeah.
Oh,
shit. No, never mind. Boom. So does this still feel like similar to like stepping on a tack for us?
Or a Lego.
Like, ow!
Oh, it's really working. I do like how it's clever though.
So hot it can melt a tank.
So in other words, it'll have no effect on Godzilla.
Not hot enough.
I do like how it's funny because conventional weapons, even though frickin' electricity laser machines aren't really what I call conventional, but whatever.
Yeah.
I do like how
Especially
they.
in the rain. I didn't think about that, but
Yeah, it's a good. Okay, yeah, we'll just ignore that fact for a moment. But I like how they're using weapons they know normally wouldn't hurt him, but because of the plan they have, and they are going to, but like in an indirect way. So that's kind of clever. And
G4.
it's like they're playing Battleship.
Yeah, except Godzilla always sinks all of them.
I know.
You sunk my battleship. Oh, you sunk all of my battleships.
You took out a mazer.
Yeah, we know. That's kind of why this whole thing is happening. Kind of thought maybe you'd offer something new. No, still that? All right.
I mean, it should work, but I'm a scientist, so I'm naturally skeptical of everything. Ooh.
As opposed to... I'm really worried about them now, even though they just faced off a Godzilla at the sea by themselves. Oh, I know that look. Oh man, it's 84 all over, and he's like, oh god.
I don't feel good.
You guys need to stop drugging me.
I know. It's like every time he comes ashore, they like slip him something.
No, maybe under the effects of the drug, the psychic can help.
Yeah. Shots like that, I think those are real shots.
Yeah, it looked real.
How does it feel? Take that. Too close. You guys are too close.
I know, like, you have projectile weapons. It's funny now, too, because now we have planes, like, stealth fighters that can, like, launch missiles, like, 100 miles away or something. Like, they don't even need to be, they don't even need line of sight anymore, so I'd be curious to see in, like, some of the newer movies, like, how they do scenes like this, where technically they can lock onto him from, like, you know, way the hell away. Like, Godzilla wouldn't even know he's going to be fired at by the time he gets
we'd
fired.
probably just be using drones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Just give me the coordinates.
Oh. So
Give me the live satellite feed.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how they're going to do, like, more modern warfare against Godzilla.
Ooh. We're going to see Godzilla shoot a satellite out of the sky. Out of low Earth orbit.
I've seen him take out a meteorite. I mean, in a movie. I haven't personally seen that.
I was gonna say.
Well, this one time we were hanging out, right?
I mean, I've seen it happen.
And I was looking up like, oh shit, is that a meteorite? And God's like, I got this. Let me handle this.
I think that proportion's.
I was gonna say, unless him like chopped him off at the hip, I don't think that worked. Or that is a hell of a drop on the other side.
Yeah.
I want to see him like shoot down the International Space Station or something.
Just because.
Yeah, he's just mad.
It's like, I don't know what that is, but fuck it, that's all I know.
I see you.
So, maybe not do this? You know, maybe not walk into like the heart of a battle with a giant atomic dinosaur?
You have to leave her alone so we can psychic.
She needs her space when she psychics.
Yeah. Hey, you psychicking?
I expect me to see Falcor come out of the clouds right now.
Right?
I was thinking.
Turn around and tell me what you see. No, I'm just kidding.
I was thinking Mufasa.
Could be both.
Or that, yeah.
I mean,
Mufasa riding Falcor. With the most magical moment ever. Like, oh my god.
It's pretty magical though.
I mean, if that did happen, this movie would be a lot more popular.
And Toho would have gone under years ago from being sued to hell and back from Disney, but totally worth it for that moment. Godzilla's like,
Was Neverending Story Disney?
no, but
Oh, for just
anything
one thing,
involved with Disney, like Mufasa, that would have been it. Disney
Oh,
would have
man.
sued everyone on everyone's behalf.
Godzilla's learning what it means to love.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's all gone.
Hello?
Oh, wait. What?
The fuck?
Ah!
I already forgot all about Biolantte.
I know. Someone tells me he did too. It's like, wait. You're not supposed to do that. Like, once I kill you, that's it.
Oh, now all our mazers are gone.
Love this.
I know.
And I'm pretty sure this is the biggest puppet Toho ever built.
It's so cool looking though.
Dude, does anything impress this guy? Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Again, we can see, like, you're useless. You do know that, right? Like, you've contributed nothing but just this.
Yeah. No, we can only hope they kill each other.
That mouth.
I know.
That mouth is a thing of nightmares.
I love how the new Godzilla's bigger than her.
I seriously get nothing but sadness from Biolantte.
Well, actually, the new Godzilla is basically Biolantte now. So.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Godzilla's like, oh, well, ha. What?
Why
Nope.
are we fighting? There could only be one.
They take out Katana and start going at it. Ew. I love her mouth. It's just
I
like
know.
a giant death trap.
So many teeth.
Don't touch me!
We use this shot right here in the Kaiju Cataclysm opening,
Whoa.
where she's just like charging. Godzilla's like, bring it on.
Yeah.
My day.
Because like, I've waited my whole life for this moment. You could even say perhaps that some people wait a lifetime
Oh no.
for a moment like this.
Oh,
Ooh.
man. I did not see that coming.
Ow.
We got some Gamera violence right here.
Well,
I
that's
know.
a hurt.
I love that deep roar. It's so sad we're going to get one more movie with that roar. Look at him. It's like, get the fuck out.
Oh.
That slimy noise.
He's like those badasses that like get shot with an arrow and like immediately
Pulls it out, yeah. Look at the size compared.
I
Jesus.
know. She's huge. I always forget how much bigger
I think
she
she's
is.
evolving.
No shit!
Oh.
My sack.
You know, your atomic breath can't solve every problem.
Except, still this one.
Yeah.
This
Except every problem you face in this movie.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yummy.
Now think happy thoughts and fly.
I know, right?
Just atomic breath.
Oh.
Atomic slime. Something.
Oh.
Oh.
Guy sounds like, I don't know.
It's like,
I don't
you
feel-
nasty bitch. What's wrong with you?
I know, right? Crazy how.
Oh, he just walked right into there. Was it part of his plan? Yep.
Oh.
He's misfiring. There he
Yeah.
goes.
I love how he's still whooping her ass. That's the
know.
funny thing. She's so big and powerful, and she's getting blown to bits.
Is that her brain?
It's her glow sack. I don't
Oh.
know. I don't know what it is.
Don't you have a glow sack?
Glow sack!
Godzilla's just losing interest now. Nah, I used to care. But then I didn't.
I loved you once.
We're done.
You betrayed me.
Oh. Oh, oh God. Oh,
He's gonna hurl.
oh, oh, Jesus. Oh.
Man, he got drunk in the last one too.
Oh.
He's trying to drown himself.
That guy's like trying not to look shocked, but he is.
Look at him. Nothing. Nothing still. Wow. Okay.
Exactly as I planned.
Yeah, you still have the other giant monster right there.
The one that you actually created. Stop congratulating him for things that he's only essentially
So, like,
perpetuated.
is Biolantte just hanging out, waiting for them to get over this? Like,
Until you decide to
Finish
do
what
it
you
again, and then he makes something even worse. I mean, that, to be fair, that is true.
yeah.
Yeah, he's calling himself a monster. Please kill me. Why won't you let me die?
Yeah, it's funny. Apparently, this film did not do quite as well in Japan. So after that, Toho decided to only use original. Well, except until they used a few more original ones. Oh, there she is.
Goodbye, father.
Thanks for ruining my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they decided, well, let's maybe try to boost, sales by putting a more classic monster. That's why King Ghidorah is in the next movie, which is cool. Even though I don't like the next movie, but I kind of wish they had done a few more original monsters because again, she's literally like one of the coolest kaiju ever, and I've always was bummed that we never saw her again in any of the movies.
Yeah.
I mean, probably guys. Well, then again, making her is probably so expensive. But now that they're even Japan's using CGI, I'm like, okay, well. And you could do so much more with her now with the Oh, are you impressed now?
Why didn't you just shoot him through the heart?
Because you're too late.
He's not that good. It's him.
Everybody forgot about him. He's like, "Don't forget me, bitch."
Oh, see, Riggs would have caught up to him on foot.
I know I was gonna say Riggs would have just loped on all fours after him.
Yeah.
There's Godzilla just
Godzilla.
drunk on the side of the
we
beach.
We'd see Riggs right now running out in front of him on the street and just...
Loading new clips with his teeth. It's like, ah.
Yeah.
He looks so like mild mannered. Yep.
Yeah.
High speed
Yikes.
chase. Whoa. Oh. I feel a military vehicle would have been better. Oh.
Womp womp.
This guy better have a gun on him.
Yeah, what now? Oh. How far did he jump?
I know.
Yeah, I thought he was a lot further away.
He was like, just like sprung in the air.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I just pimp slapped him.
He's gonna slip again. Use your atomic breath. It would definitely get you out of this situation.
Bye-bye.
Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it.
It's the guy that got shot.
No, the face. The face, wait for it. I love the sun. Just like, yep. How did he know, though? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Like, was there some kind of
It might
sense?
have been a step sensor.
And then I like how there was nothing on his face,
Well,
but he
actually, yeah,
wipes his
when-
face,
when
and then he gets
Godzilla was
mud
walking on it
all
before they
over
would
it.
light up.
Yeah, but when God's... Yeah, but it could have been like a soldier on there, or it could have been a German Shepherd, maybe. Like, you don't know.
Well,
Could have been Lassie wandered on the electrical sensor in the heart of the
Yeah,
Godzilla.
I may as well.
Batman.
I just may as well just push this button.
I don't think she knows what Batman looks like. I'm better. Hi.
When I first saw this movie, I watched it with like a friend of mine, and I like cheered when this happened. I was like, "Fuck yeah!" They were like, "Oh man, they're actually gonna kill Godzilla?" Nah.
No,
So,
man.
He's aight.
Yeah, fuck you guys. I'm going home.
'Twas beauty that killed the beast.
Except not.
Except not. He survived. Because this beast has atomic breath.
Which, quite frankly, can solve any issue in life.
In this film, at
Yeah.
least, we know.
But how many people have atomic breath in other movies? Like, we don't know. Like, take any movie you've watched recently that was the Godzilla movie and think if someone had atomic breath,
Yeah.
could that have fixed the situation?
Yeah, every fatality, give that person atomic breath, would they have survived?
I think, yeah.
Most cases, yes, I would have to say.
Like Lethal Weapon, each movie would be like 5 minutes long. If Briggs and Murtaugh had atomic
they
breath.
had atomic breath, oh man.
You slut. What?
I will always be with you. Hilarious. It's an inside joke between the two of them because they've been divorced for 3 years. I'll always be with you. Get it?
I too will always be with you. What? I mean,
Here's your hat back, sir. There's an egg in there.
that's smarmy face.
Yeah.
Got that shit. He slips and falls. Whoops. I love how cheery of a note this movie ends
I
on,
know.
too, as compared to the last one, it was just dire and sad. It's just like, oh, Godzilla's loose. This guy's dead. And every weapon we've ever tried to use against him has failed. Meaning if he comes back, we're fucked. All's well that ends well.
So is he dead?
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
dead.
Oh man. I feel like he should have been able to survive that shot.
Conventional weapons do, unfortunately, work on him.
But I mean, it wasn't on his heart side, and the bullet went straight through. So
I know. Maybe he's alive and they just left him to die.
that's why after the credits, it zooms in on his face and
His
then
eyes
his
open.
Yeah.
I love the shot. It's
I know.
it's terrible composite, but it's a great shot.
No. After the credits, we
Wait.
zooms in on his face, and then we see somebody's hand open his eyes, and then the camera pans up and Samuel Jackson
Oh my god.
There's Biolantte.
with an eye patch on.
Just big space flower, which will not come into play in any of the future films.
Which you should. Biolantte is awesome.
I love
Yeah.
that. She's kind of like in orbit now. We have like a celestial...
Why do we never see the big old rose in the sky?
I don't know.
That would be cool, future movies, to see that. But yeah, so that is Godzilla versus Biolantte. And next time we'll be continuing. Huh?
Sorry. There should be a Biolantte takes over the moon, like, or something.
Yes.
Take over the moon base.
Yeah, just in orbit, just like, oh no.
Godzilla has to fly in a rocket to the moon to like fly there.
Oh my god.
I would
Maybe
pay
Space
good money
Godzilla.
to see.
He's just gonna fire one shot of his atomic breath.
At the moon,
Just,
just take-
right, it just blows the whole thing up. Biolante's gone forever. That's how they decide to erase her from
No
from the
more
universe.
Biolantte.
Yeah, it's just no more. So stop asking.
Yeah. Atomic breath it fixes everything. It's how the writer's room gets out of any kind of writing quandary. They're like, just have some atomic breath and
Yeah.
take care of that problem.
It'll
Maybe
be
some
fine.
spores get ignited or
Spores.
reawoken.
Remember the spores, folks?
Yeah, remember
Bring back spores. They fix everything. Well, how we get rid of Biolantte? I don't know. She's there. Had some spores. No, she's not there.
Mothra gets the spores, thank you.
Okay, well, Mothra brings some spores and problem solved.
Biolantte could rain down spores onto Earth and revive the doctor that
Yeah,
died.
that could happen.
Yeah, and he could be some sort of
But she's like, fuck you, Dad. You let me die.
I know, right?
That's true. That's a good point. I died because of your cells.
Your sales, bruh. But yeah. Alright, well, that's going to do it for us on this one, folks. There's plenty more Godzilla mayhem to come, rest assured. So, thanks for watching. We'll check you out in the next one. Peace!
Peace. Peace.